since so it's been a while since I've been able to make a video, or I'm hesitating a little of what I can say and can't say. I am reapprenticing with God. You know, it feels like I've had several lifetimes this lifetime. By the way, this is where I've been hanging out. Call it my bower of, more like bower of healing and holding. Sitting in this beautiful recliner, which, by the way, we found on the side of the road. It's the most beautiful metal-shaped, perfect anti-gravity chair. And this bougainvillea has gone crazy. If you can see him, just so I've been sitting under there, rehabbing, upgrading my soul. The roses are all going nuts lately. This tree by itself grew by itself. We had a tree there, a mimosa tree, which just died and it decided to leave. But the etheric space of that tree is really this exact shape. And this tree by itself decided to grow in the exact same spot, and this is 4 years later. It just really occupied the morphic field. Here's one of the small little rose bushes. And then we have big ones out here. All right, I'll walk a little. So, the topic is I love you. Really? How long and how devotedly and how committed are we really? How often do we use the word love? Many cultures that come to America are a little freaked out. I was at first by the use of the word love that is in the US. You know, I love you, man. I mean, we use love, and in other countries you have separate words for love. You know, like true love is hardly ever said unless you really mean it. But the impermanence of it, who's your real lover? Who's your permanent lover? You know, this is inspired by Yogananda this morning, watching one of his videos, one of the few that's on YouTube, or one of his talks, where he says, you know, think of all the lovers through time. Tristan, I don't know, whoever, the Taj Mahal, whatever, you know, Romeo and Juliet. I promise to love you forever. And all the vows we say, eternity, and all that. And Yogananda said, the graveyard laughs at them. Their skulls are strewn everywhere. Where are they now? Where did that eternity vow go? Some of it lasts into the fourth, fifth, sixth dimensions. Those soul connections, they do with soulmates. But we don't do the love where, you know, we tie each other down or overcommit or overpromise or use guilt on each other and end up in one of my other videos, you'll see stale mate relationships. Your mate has turned stale. And you're in a stalemate after 30 years. Damn it, we're gonna stick it out, right? So, is that love really permanent? Or is it sort of moral obligation or all that? Well, that's not a kind of love I'm interested in. So the permanent love, the one you use in your body, who or what is it that breathes me? That's my permanent lover. That's my eternal beloved. That's my divine romance. I remember sitting on a plane a number of years ago and a woman, and I started talking, and she said, yeah, my dad, really? Now, I'm not saying that can be appropriate, and absolutely, they can be totally right or guided by God, or it could be that you just had surface, just programming. I love you. Really? What do you love about me? Dare I say these things, God? My fake blonde hair and my fake tits? My pocketbook? My fancy house? My fancy car? The fact that I have a little notoriety, or I'm a celebrity, or it triggers some deep programs in you that make you feel safe? The man seems to know what he's doing. That triggers deep safety tribal programs in the female. Or she looks good. That's all I care about. I love you. Really? So where's the permanent love? Where's the transcendent love? Where's the impersonal? God is no respecter of persons, the Judeo-Christian scripture says. Your persona is just your temporary incarnation, your id entity. If you're in love with someone's id entity, their identity, or their persona, that's impermanent. God is no respecter of that. That comes and goes, ashes to ashes. So all the skulls through eternity, all the graveyards. I love graveyards, by the way, I always did. They're so peaceful, and there's usually beautiful trees, and they're very quiet, and there's not a whole bunch of yak stress from people's mind talk that is residual there. I was going to walk around with Joy and do the roses. She's doing it right now. It's funny, I just had the thought I was going to invite her, and then I didn't, and then she came out and did it herself. The roses are blooming like crazy along the fence. So I love you. Really? Where's the real permanent love? I don't know how to create my body. I don't know how to create a hormonal system that endocrinologists have really no clue, let's be honest, of how it works, the intricacies of it, or growth factors. I just read a Harvard study on stem cell therapy. And basically they said, well, they can regrow these organs with stem cells. Sure. And then immediately there's another Harvard study by another doctor there saying, well, we had the same results without the stem cells. It seems to be something deeper, the growth factors, whatever those are. So the intricacies of our bodies, you didn't make your body. Who did? Who loves you, baby? Right? So, who really loves you, baby? I'm just a little tired. I'll go back to my bower. Look it up, bower. Much love. I will likely be back in some form. I'm taking a hiatus for a little while from the webcasts. The sun is more and more insistent. I still recommend my book, Listening to the Sun. Just go to Amazon. I was going to bring you out here and look at the roses. I'm filming something, but I'll be right there. So it's cute that you did that.
I'm going to go pay bills.
All right. Keeping it real. Gotta go pay the bills. I love you. Really? Enjoy even. We have some soulmate relationship. We had a beautiful connection. Could be gone tomorrow. I almost died 3 times here recently, in the last 10 months. You could say I did die. And through the grace of God, and I still don't know why, and the masters, for some reason, they want me alive. Upgrades. The sun is putting out more and more. The sun is the boss. Get real. If the sun turned out, 8 minutes from now, we'd be a That instant freezing of the mastodons is, these are major extinction level events without what goes on. So the sun is the boss of the solar system. Hello? The sun is what's deciding. It's ejecta, CMEs, coronal mass ejections. On the cover of my book, the initial cover, I had a coronal mass ejection in 2008, the first cover. If you got one of those, I'd hang on to them. I don't even know if I have one. Talking about these X flares and so forth. Well, the sun in the Schumann resonance going up and down, the sun is going to be talking to your very cells. One thing I do in the morning is the ancient Gayatri mantra, which to me is an invocation of the ancient solar dynasties of Lemuria. We talk to Bhargo Devasya, to the sun, Dimahi, love you, please come into me. The sun, what could be more pure than the sun? You don't worship the sun, but the sun is the closest representative of God's source in the physical form. Physical mixed with etheric, mixed with electromagnetic, and spirit. And I've traveled to the sun in spirit. God took me there, or Jesus actually. Jesus took me there once on a tour. Left me there for a while and said, you hang out with the sun for a while, I'll come back and pick you up. By the way, when I say I talk to God or spirits, we all do. We all do. You do all the time. Your heart couldn't beat and you couldn't be breathing at 3 a.m. when you're asleep. You don't have to wake up every 7 seconds and go, oh, I've got to breathe again. No, there's something that's breathing you. You're communioning with Source all the time. And you know that. You've had many instances in your life when that warning or stop here or take a different route or some miracle or a coincidence or synchronicity saved your butt. You know that. That still small voice is inside all of us. But God is very humble. I'm asking for an apprenticeship with God. I'm starting at ground zero. Yes, I've done this stuff for a while. And that's an old identity of me. I'm being squeezed beautifully. Is it scary? Yes. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. The undoer, shall we say, the destroyer, the dissolver. Don't take no prisoners, and he ain't no respecter of persons. So this is happening, whether it's in your personal, everything that's false is going to be shown up in the light. All things shall be shown up in the light. When the light comes, the roaches scatter. So where's real love? And we've asked for it collectively, but the gnashing of teeth and the wailing is going to continue until morale improves for all of us. And it, teaches us compassion and love. So where is the real love? Fake love, there's lots of, But America's been uniquely, and now the whole world, prepared for this. We've had 50 years of advertising, and we realize, oh, advertising, this is lying or spins or political spin, lying. How do you tell politicians are lying? Their lips are moving, And we're learning this. All the fakery, the fake love is bubbling up and showing itself for what it is because the sun is getting more active. And these actual flares and communications from the sun will affect us on our energy level, which is deeper than your cells, So it's going to affect you too. It's going to purge you. I lost a whole bunch of weight and I'm being squeezed like a rag doll, twisted, thrown this way, and I'm very, very grateful that God even has any interest in keeping. I don't even care in a way. I don't want suffering. I mean, I'm still a wimp about suffering. But dying, yeah, okay, let's go. It's fine. But I don't want out of here. I feel like I'm not finished. So I guess maybe that's why there's something to still do. I don't know what it's going to look like. Anyway, much love. Learning to love ourselves might be the first step of real love. How can you share something you don't have? Hey, you want to taste this chocolate? Well, where is it? Well, I don't have it. Hey, you want to know about God? You want to know about love? Yeah? Well, I don't have it. So maybe we need to learn it for ourselves, real love first. That's what I'm going through. My spiritual identity persona, the old one, and God's having me review that. It's a little cringe-worthy for me, cringing, watching some old videos. And for a while there, I was like, oh, I'm just going to take them all down. But they have their right place, maybe. We'll see. I am applying for a new apprenticeship with God, with Source, with all that is. Source joked with me yesterday. You can start out as a shoe shiner. Yeah, I got it. Or I said, how about dog poop picker upper? I'm good at that. I do that about every other day around here. Love, I love you. Really? Where's the real love? Real love. Do you want it? It's scary. It's a scary journey. I'm being honest. Last 10 months have been a death journey for me and a new birth. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what's coming. All I know is I want to apprentice and start over and relearn, remember. In the meantime, I'm allowed to sit in my beautiful little bower and float around. I love that. All right, much love. I still recommend the innerbodyawakening.com. God actually told me, Spirit told me about it. So I said, well, I do the inner body awakening every day. He said, I want you to actually listen to your recording and do it formally as a basic, back to basics, feel your energy fields. And then the alchemy energy process, alchemyenergyprocess.com, I would do that second, and theheartenergy.com, I do that third. When and if there is a plan, I will be adding also, if you get the alchemy energy process, or rather the inner body awakening, there's two versions of it, one with music, one without. But over the years I've developed it, I've fleshed it out a lot more, so I'm going to add a third version on there, which will be included. When I do it, I'll just update everybody. Third version available. That'll be a longer one. The current one's about 23 minutes or 18 minutes, the actual meditation, the actual process. But I've been feeling Spirit say, I want you to update it as well. That'll all be part of what you already purchased. Much love. Really. It's been so long I did a video, I'm going to forget how to get out of them. Ciao.